Hi everyone, a very good evening and welcome to today's live session. This is Gayatri here. So I hope all of you know that this session is for the IBPS Clerk's mains examination that is coming up this month. So I hope all of you are preparing very seriously for the mains examination. You have overcome the first hurdle, now the second hurdle, right? So if you look at the mains examination in quantitative ability section, you have 50 questions and you have 45 minutes to answer that. You have little more time than what you had in the prelims examination here for each section, but the thing is like per question. But the thing is the question difficulty level is going to be little higher. Not to worry, keep taking up these tests that we give you, keep practicing more and more questions, advanced questions I would say, okay. Definitely you will be able to clear the mains exam as well, okay. Yes, so we'll start solving the questions. So today's questions are taken from the last week's All India mock examination that was held on IBPS Clerk's mains, okay. So let me share my screen. So the first question for today's session is there on your screen. A mixture of milk and water contains milk twice as much as that it has water. On adding 12 liters of water in the mixture, the difference between the amounts of milk and water becomes 1/10 of the amount of milk. What was the original amount of water present in the mixture? So try this question and give me the answer. See what is given here. A mixture of milk and water contains milk twice as much as water. So there is a mixture which has milk and water in it. The milk is twice as much as water. So if I say there is X liters of water, how many liters of milk is there? 2x liters of milk is there, because it is given milk is twice as much as that of water. Now what is the person doing? You are adding 12 liters of water in the mixture. So you are adding 12 liters of water in the mixture means now you have X plus 12 liters of water and milk is the same. You have the same 2x liters of milk. Now what are they saying? The difference between the amounts of milk and the water becomes 1/10 the amount of milk. See, there is a small catch here in this question, okay. See, this is where you can go wrong. Now what are they saying? At this point the difference between the amount of milk and water is 1/10 of the amount of milk. See, earlier I know that the amount of milk is higher than the amount of water, correct? Now when I add this extra 12 liters of water, I don't know which of this is greater, right? Is the amount of milk greater or is the amount of water greater? So there can be two possibilities here. Either the amount of milk is greater than water. In that case I can say when they say the difference between the amount of milk and water becomes 1/10 the amount of milk, then it means 2x minus x plus 12, that is equal to 1/10 of 2x, correct? See, this is the case when the amount of milk is greater than the amount of water, that is this 2x is greater than x plus 12. Now it can be the other way around also, right? X plus 12 can be greater than 2x. In that case what will it become? It will become x plus 12 minus 2x, that is equal to 1/10 of 2x. So you have two possibilities here, right? So what will be your answer? So when you solve this, what do you get? You get x minus 12, that is equal to 1/5x, or I can say if you take this to the side you will have 4/5x, that is equal to 12, or when you solve this you will get x is equal to 15. So this is one possibility, right? And what is the second possibility? If x plus 12 is greater than 2x, so what do you get? You will get 12 minus x is equal to 1/5x, or I can say when you solve this you will get x is equal to 10, correct? 6/5x is equal to 12 or x is equal to 10. So what can be the value of x? X can either be 10 or 15. Correct answer will be option 4, either 10 liters or 15 liters. Yes, all of you got it correctly now? Good. Next one. There are 3 different varieties of vinegar. First has 80% acid and the rest is water. second has 60% acid and the rest is water, and the third has 50% acid and the rest is water. If the three are mixed in the ratio 2:3:4, what will be the percentage of water in the mixture? See, what you can do is assume that there are three types of vinegar, right? Type 1, type 2 and type 3. Now, they are saying that we are mixing these in the ratio 2:3:4. So, assume you are taking 2 liters of type 1, 3 liters of type 2 and 4 liters of type 3 and you are mixing. So, just take these numbers and solve, it will be very easy for us to get the answer. So, I am assuming we are taking 2 liters of type 1, 3 liters of type 2 and 4 liters of type 3. Now, what is happening? The first type has 80% acid and rest is water. So, if 80% is acid in the type 1, how much is water in type 1? Water in type 1 is 20%, or this 20% is water. Similarly, how much is water in type 2? 60% is acid in type 2. So, 40% is water in type 2. And how much is water in type 3? 50% is acid in type 3, rest is water, means remaining 50% is water. So, now what are they asking? What is the percentage of water in the mixture? So, if I consider type 1, right, out of 2 liters, 20% is water. So, how much is water? 2 into 0.2, right? This is the amount of water that is there in T1, or I can say that is nothing but 0.4 liters is water. Similarly, how much is water in T2? Out of this 3 liters, 40% is water, or I can say 1.2 liters is water. Out of this 4 liters, half of it, that is 50% is water, or how much is water? 2 liters is water. So, what is the total percentage of water that is there? Totally how much water is there in the full mixture? See, the full mixture is now 2 plus 3 plus 4, or that is 9 liters, correct? Out of this 9 liters, how much is water? 2 plus 1.2, that is 3.2 plus 0.4, that is 3.6 liters is water out of 9 liters. So, what percentage is that? 3.6 divided by 9 into 100, that is nothing but 40%. Yes? Alright, see, Shubham has given this in terms of a formula. This is the, see, you can either memorize the formula, or that is what exactly we are also doing. See, you have, this is the formula n1x1 plus n2x2 plus n3x3 divided by n1 plus n2 plus n3. So, this, whatever we solved just now in terms of a formula, this is how it is written. Either you remember it that way, or that is what exactly we are also doing here. So, option 2 is your answer. I hope it's clear. Yes, everybody got option 2? Very good. Next one. The height of Ricky is 13 centimeter less than twice the height of Jeff. Also, Jeff is twice the height of Shane. The sum of the heights of all three is 337. Find the height of the tallest among them. Try this and tell me the answer. See, if I say Shane's height is S, okay, if I take Shane's height to be S, what is Jeff's height? Jeff's height is twice the height of Shane. And what is Ricky's height? Ricky's height is 13 centimeter less than the height of Jeff, that is 2S minus 13. What is the height of Jeff? Jeff is 2 times height of Shane, that minus 13 will give the height of Ricky. So, put together, what is the sum of their heights? The sum of the heights of all the 3 persons is 300. Okay, the height of Ricky is 13 centimeter less than twice the height of Jeff. So, that is 2 into 2S minus 13, correct? 13 minus twice the height of Jeff, that is 4S minus 13. So, these are the height of the 3 persons, S, 2S and 4S minus 13. Now, what are they saying? They are saying that the sum of the heights of all the 3 persons is nothing but 337. Now, what should you find out? You have to find out what is the value of S, and once you get the value of S, what is it that you have to find out? You have to find out the height of the tallest person. Who is actually the tallest among them? Obviously, it has to be Ricky. That is 4S minus 13. So, when you solve this, what do you get? You get S is equal to 50. Do you get S is equal to 50? this will be 7s, that is equal to 350, or s is equal to 50. So if s is 50, what is 4s minus 13? 200 minus 13, that is 187. Yes, option 3 is your answer. In exams, don't be in too much of a hurry that you end up making a mistake. In mains examination, you have like almost a minute that you can spend per question, right? So don't be in too much of a hurry and make mistakes. You can just focus and then solve, right? Next question. A deck of 52 cards is taken. From this, 4 cards are to be chosen such that exactly 2 of them are hearts and exactly 2 of them are kings. In how many ways can this be done? So what is given here? A deck of 52 cards is taken. From this, 4 cards are to be chosen such that exactly 2 of them are hearts and exactly 2 of them are kings. So there are 2 possibilities that can happen here. Okay, so I am choosing 4 cards. Okay, now the first case is where I am choosing 2 heart. Okay, 2 heart card, where these heart cards, none of them is king of hearts. Okay, so king of hearts is totally in these 4 cards that I choose. Okay, let me rephrase it like this. There are 2 possible cases that can happen here, right? When I choose 4 cards, there are 2 cases that can happen. One is the case wherein I am not choosing king of hearts. Okay, I am not choosing king of hearts. In that case, I will have 2 heart cards, right? But this is not king of hearts. This is also not king of hearts. Then I have 2 king cards. Again, these 2 are not king of hearts. Correct? This is one possibility where this condition is satisfied. That is, exactly 2 of them are heart and exactly 2 of them are king. Okay. See, exactly 2 of them are hearts and 2 of them are king means the first case is the case where I am not choosing king of hearts at all. Among these, in these 4 cards, none of them is king of hearts. So these 2 kings, right, these can either be king of diamonds or king of claver or king of spades. Correct? This is claver, king of claver, or king of spades is like this, right? So these 2 cards can be any of these 3, right? From these 3, any 2 king I am choosing. Now when you look at this 2 hearts, right, this can be either 2 of hearts, 3 of hearts, 4 of hearts, anything, or a jack of hearts, queen of hearts, but it cannot be king of hearts. That's all. Okay, so this is the first possibility. Now the second case is when I am choosing a king of hearts. Okay, I have chosen one of the cards as king of hearts. So if I fix one of the cards as king of hearts, then what does that mean? I already have a heart card, I already have a king card also. So what else should I choose? See, when I need to take 4 cards, what are they saying? What is the condition? Out of this 4 cards, I need 2 hearts and 2 kings. So already now I have 1 heart and 1 king. So I need 1 more king, 1 more heart, and this 4th card can be anything other than, it cannot be king or it cannot be heart. It can be anything other than a king or a heart. So this is my second case. Okay, so these are the, this is one set of ways, this is another set in which I can draw the cards. So let us look at the number of possible ways this can be done. So let us look at our first case. That is the case where we are not selecting a king of hearts. So the case where I am not selecting a king of hearts, in how many possible ways can I do this? So the first 2 cards, right, like there are 4 cards that I am selecting. Out of this 4 cards, there are 2 heart cards that I am selecting. In how many ways can I select these 2 heart cards? See, totally, if you know, in a pack of cards, there will be 13 cards of each type. I am sure all of you know this. There will be 13 heart cards, there will be 13 diamond cards, there will be 13 claver cards, and there will be 13 spade cards, right? So this is and there is totally, there are 52 cards in a pack of, complete pack of cards. Okay, now out of that, when I say that I am choosing 2 heart cards and I am definitely not including a king of hearts in it, in how many ways can I select it? I can select it in 12, C2, ways, right? See, out of this 13 heart cards, I am removing the King of Hearts. So now I have how many heart cards left? 12. Out of this 12, I am taking any 2 cards. See, the King of Hearts card is not at all included in this case. So now I have only 12 heart cards, out of which I have to select 2 heart cards. That can be done in 12C2 ways. And next I have to select 2 king cards. Now out of this 2 king cards, I know it has to be any 2 of these 3, right? So it cannot be King of Hearts for sure, that I know. So how many king cards are there? Remaining there are 3 king cards, that is King of Diamond, King of Spade and King of Claver. So out of these 3 cards, I am selecting any 2 cards. So this is the number of ways in which I can select 4 cards where I have exactly 2 hearts and exactly 2 kings, but King of Hearts is not there as one of the cards. Now next is the case, or okay, next is the case where I am selecting again 4 cards with the same criteria, but one of the cards that I have selected is King of Hearts. So how many ways can I do this? See, this is fixed. King of Hearts is fixed. I have already chosen that. Okay, here the next king card, in how many ways can I select it? I can select it, already King of Hearts is chosen. So again I have remaining 3 king cards. Out of this I have to select any 1 king card. In how many ways can I do? I can do it in 3C1 ways, correct? Now again next I have to select 1 heart card. In how many ways can I do it? Already King of Hearts is chosen, so remaining I have 12 heart cards, that is I can do this in 12C1 ways. Out of this 12 heart cards, I am selecting 1 heart card, which can be done in 12C1 ways. Now this final card, what is the condition for selecting this final card? It cannot be a king and it cannot be a heart. So totally how many heart cards are there? There are 13 heart cards, right? And already I have chosen King of Hearts, right? So remaining how many heart cards are there? 3 were there. Those 3 also I cannot select. Okay, 13 plus 3, 16, right? Out of this 52 cards, I cannot select these 16 cards, right? They cannot be the card that I am selecting here. So 52 minus 16, right? 52 minus 16, C1. That will be the number of cards that I, what is 52 minus 16? You will get 36, right? Yeah, 36. This will be 36. So this will be the number of ways in which you can select a card where one of the card is King of Hearts. So what will be your answer? Multiply this here. 12C1 into 36. 36C1, which is 36, right? Out of this 36 card, that is any card other than a king or a heart, that is any card other than these 16 cards you can choose here. So that is nothing but there will be 36 such card, 36 C1 or 36 ways. So this is your final answer. When you solve this, you will get the answer as 1494. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? Would you want me to explain it again? So either this is the case or this is the case. So I add the total number of ways means these many ways or these many ways. So put together 1494 ways are there. So 12C2 into 3C2 will be, if you solve it, you will have 11 into 12 by 1 into 2, right? That is 11 into 6 into 3. That is, this will be 198. Okay, this part when you solve, you will get it as 198, and this part when you solve, you will have 3 into 12 into 36. That will be equal to 36 into 36, right? 1296. Add these two. So what is given here? I am choosing 4 cards out of 52 cards, and it is given that exactly 2 of them have to be hearts and exactly 2 of them have to be kings. Now there is a heart which is called as there is a card, right? King of Hearts, which is a king as well as a heart. So we have to see how to select this card. So there are 2 possibilities here. Okay, the first is the case where the 4 cards that I am choosing does not have a King of Hearts at all, and the second is the case where the 4 cards that I am choosing has a King of Hearts. Okay, so what is the first case? The first case is where I don't have King of Hearts in the cards that I choose. So the 2 hearts that I am choosing can be any of the hearts from 2 to 10 or Jack and Queen. That is any of the remaining 12 heart cards, right? Out of that, any 2 cards I can choose. This can be done in 12C2 ways. Similarly, the 2 king cards that I choose can be any of these 3 cards. So that can be done in 3C2 ways. So this is the case when I am not taking a king of hearts at all. Next case. The next is the case where one of the cards that I choose is king of hearts. So that is fixed here. I have already taken a king of hearts. So how should I choose the remaining 3 cards? So already I have a king now and I have a heart now. So how many more kings do I need? I just need only one more king that can be chosen from the remaining 3 kings in 3C1 ways. Similarly, I need only one more heart that can be chosen from the remaining 12 hearts, right, in 12C1 ways. And the 4th card, it can be any of the cards other than king or heart. So how many cards are there which are not king and heart? Already king of heart is chosen, right? So this can be chosen in 36 ways. So you just solve that, that's all. Okay, just put in the values and you get the answer. Next question. Given below are 2 quantities named P of A and P of B. Based on the given information, you have to determine the relationship between the 2 quantities. You should use the given data and your knowledge of mathematics to choose between the possible answers. So they have given P of A represents probability of obtaining a total score of 7 with 2 fair dice. P of B, that represents probability of obtaining 2 tails and 1 head when 3 coins are tossed. This is a fairly easy one. The previous question was a little time consuming. Definitely you will have to try out both the possibilities. Without doing that you won't get the answer. This one is fairly easy compared to that. So what is P of A? Probability of obtaining a total score of 7 with 2 fair dice. So when 2 dice are thrown, okay, what is the total number of possibilities that can come? That is, see, you say the total sample space, right? That's what we generally say when it comes to throwing of dice. The total number of possibilities that can come is nothing but in the first dice, how many you can get any of the 6 numbers, 1 to 6. In the second dice also you can get any of the 6 numbers. So the total number of outcomes that can come is nothing but 36. So 36 represents the total possible outcomes, okay, when you throw 2 dice simultaneously. Now what is our required case? Probability of obtaining 7, a total score of 7. So which are the cases when we can get a 7, total of 7? See, if I get the number 1 in first dice and 6 in the second dice. Similarly, if I get 6 in the first dice or 1 in the second dice, or I can get 5 2 or 2 5, yes, or similarly 3 4 4 3. So whenever all these cases come, that is in the first dice 1 appears, in the second dice 6 appears, or vice versa, right, opposite of that, 6 and 1. Similarly 5 2 2 5, 3 4 4 3. So when these cases appear, I get the sum as 7. So this is my required outcome, right? This is the total number of outcome, this is the required outcome. So what is the probability P of A? What is P of A? P of A represents the probability of obtaining a total score of 7. So what is P of A? P of A is nothing but, this is how much, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So totally there are 6, right? 6 N of A, or I can say this is equal to 6. So when do I get the sum is 7? There are 6 possible cases where I get the sum is 7. So what is the probability of the event A? It is nothing but 6 out of 36, right? Out of this total 36 outcomes, 6 times I am getting the favorable cases, right? Or this is equal to 1 by 6. Now, so this is the first one. So this value is 1 by 6. Now let us look at the next one, P of B. P of B represents probability of obtaining 2 tails and 1 head when 3 coins are tossed. So when 3 coins are tossed, okay, when 3 coins are tossed, what is the total number of cases that happen? So there are 3 coins, right? The first coin, you can have 2 possibilities. It can either be a head or a tail. In the second coin, right, it can either be head or tail. Third coin can also either be head or tail. So the total number of outcomes will be 2 into 2 into 2, that is 2 cube, which is equal to 8. Okay, that is the case when I am tossing 3 coins. I am sure all of you know this. Without even writing down like this, I am sure you will be able to just say 2 cube is equal to 8. Done. I am just writing it down and explaining it for the sake of helping you to understand it. Okay. So the total number of cases when you toss 3 coins together is 8. Now what is the required case here? Obtaining 2 tails and 1 head. So when do we get 2 tails and 1 head? What are the possibilities? See, the first coin can show a head and the next 2 will show tail, or the first one will show tail, second one will show head, third one will be tail, or first and second will be tail, third one will be head. So these are the 3 cases where you get 2 tails and 1 head. So what is probability of B? So totally I have 3 cases where I get 2 tails and 1 head. So totally out of 8 cases, 3 is my favorable one. So P of A is 1 by 6, P of B is 3 by 8. Which is bigger? P of B is definitely bigger than P of A, or P of B is greater than P of A, or I can say P of A is less than P of B. So mark 2 as your answer. I hope it's clear. Everybody got the correct answer? Good. Next question. The next question is on simplification. So if you look at last week's paper, there were around 5 to 6 questions on simplifications, and similarly 5 to 6 questions on approximations as well. And these questions were fairly easy also. See, if you look at this question here, 38% of 350, even if you feel the numbers are little big or there are percentages involved, it's actually very easy when you start simplifying it. What is given here? 38% of 350 minus 936 divided by 13 plus 672 divided by 56, that is equal to x. You have to find out the value of x. So cancel the 0, 0. Here you have 7 5s are 35, 5 2s are 10, this is 19, and 936 by 13, that is nothing but 72, correct? Similarly 56, 672 by 56, 1. So here you have 112, 56 into 2 is 112, so that is 12. So what is 19 into 7? 19 into 7 is 133 minus 72 plus 12, that is equal to x, or this is 60, right? Minus 72 plus 12, that is 133 minus 60, which is equal to 73. So x is equal to 73. Answer is option 1. Very easy, right? Calculations. So you need not go into the concept of percentage, split and merge. Nothing is required. Directly you can just simplify and get the answer. Yes. Next one. The next question is on missing data interpretation, and based on time and work concept. Again, this question looks as if it is a very complex one, but it is not. It is very, very easy. You will know it once you start solving it. What is given here? A construction company contractor has 5 workers, A, B, C, D and E. Mr. A can do a work in 70 days. The table below shows what time the other members will take to complete the same work with respect to the time taken by Mr. A. Plus 20 means 20 days more than A, minus 20 means 20 days less than A. The table shows the wage received by each worker. So, see, it is given A can do the work in 70 days, okay. So I am just finding out the number of days here each person takes. So they are saying A is taking 70 days. So how much days will C take? 70 plus 50, that is C will take 120 days to finish the work. Now A takes 70 days, so D will take 70 plus 20, that is 90 days to finish the work. And how much days will E take? 70 minus 20, that is 50 days to finish the work. So this is the first thing that you need to know based on what is given here, right? This plus 50 says that C takes 50 days more than A. Similarly, minus 20 means that E takes 20 days less than A to finish the work. So here we have got the number of days that is taken by the remaining people, right? C, D and E. Now we have to find out the number of days taken by B. Here when you look at B, they have given us the efficiency of B with respect to A. So they are saying efficiency is of B is 70% of that of A. Okay, what does that mean? See, here I know that A is taking 70 days to finish a work, or I can just say that in one day, okay, how many units of work will A do? Let A do 1 unit of work. So if I say A takes 70 days to finish the work, and in one day A does 1 unit of work, then in one day how many units of work will B do? B will do 70% of what A does, or I can say B will only do 0.7 units of work in a day. Correct? See, when A is doing 1 unit of work, B will do only 0.7 units of work. So when A is able to complete a work in 70 days, in how many days will B complete the work? See, what is the total unit of work? 70 into 1, that is equal to 0.7 into how many days will B take to complete the work, or what is x is equal to 100, or I can say B will take 100 days to complete the work. Yes, so this is the first thing that you need to find out. Okay, I know B is 70% efficient as A. So when A completes 1 unit, B will complete 0.7 units, or I can say B will complete the work in 100 days. So once you have got this table, now let us look at the questions that follow. Now before we go into the questions, there is one more very important information that is given here. What have they said? Even if a person has only worked for the fractional part of the day on which the work got completed, he will get full wage for that day, while a person will not get any wage for the day on which he does not work for the full day if the work is not completed on that day. Okay, what does this line mean? It means that, let us say the work is completed in 70 days, okay, and I am working on the 70th day, but I work only for half of the day. Even if I am working only for half of the day, since on the day, last day that I worked, right, the work is getting completed, I will get full day salary. Okay. Similarly, if I am working on a day, let us say I am working on the second day, okay, of doing the work, but the work is again getting completed only in the 70th day, correct? I am working on the second day, but I am leaving, I am not doing the work for the full day, I am leaving earlier. In that case, for that particular day, I will not get salary at all, because that was not the day on which the work was completed, and I have not worked for a full day on that day. That is what that given note means. I have just explained it because we are going to be making use of this in the questions that follow. Now, let us look at the first question. What does the first question say? In how many days will the person with the highest efficiency and the person with the lowest efficiency complete the work together? So how will you solve this? See, we have already found out, right, how many days each of them take. So this is what we have. Yes. Now, how do you say, what can you say about efficiency? See, the person with the highest efficiency will take the least number of days to finish the work, because he is working really well, right? His efficiency is the highest, so he will take the least number of days. So who is the person who is taking the least number of days here? E is taking the least number of days here. What does that mean? E is the most efficient person here. Okay, so E is the most efficient person here. Similarly, who is taking the maximum days? C is taking the maximum days. That means he is the least efficient person in the group. Now it is very easy to solve. So what are they saying? These two people are working together. E and C are working together. In how many days will they finish the work? So I know E generally takes 50 days. C takes 120 days, correct? So how many days will both of them together finish the work? What is the LCM of 120 and 50? LCM of 120 and 50 is nothing but 600. So I can say that totally there is 600 units of work. If there is totally 600 units of work, in one day how many units of work will C finish? C will finish 600 by 120, or C will finish 5 units of work in a day, and E will finish 600, I am using the LCM method here, 600 by 50, correct, or E will finish 12 units of work in a day. So put together C and E in one day, how many units of work will they finish? 12 plus 5, that is 17 units of work they will do in a day. So totally in how many days will they finish 600 units? 600 units will be finished by them in 600 divided by 17 days, which is nothing but you will get 35 point some value. You can take it as 35 from the options. 35 5 by 17. That is option 4. Yes. See, this is, I just used the LCM method here. I hope all of you know this. So it's very easy, right? Once you know this, again this information was directly given, only for B you had to find out. All this is directly there also. Very, very easy it is. Now let us look at the next question. What total wage will D and get together if D works for 30 days and the remaining work is completed by E? Another thing you have to keep in mind when it comes to such data interpretation sets is that sometimes out of the 5 questions that are asked, 1 or 2 questions will be very easy to solve. So at least you can try that. It is not necessary that you have to try all the questions. 1 or 2 questions in a set will also be calculative. You can definitely give that a skip. Okay. So what is given here? D and E are working. Right, and how many days will D finish the work generally? D will finish the work in 90 days and E will finish the work in 50 days. Right, that's what we know. Now, so if D and E are working together, now what is the LCM of 90 and 50? Again, I am using the LCM method here because I feel it is very easy. LCM of 90 and 50 is 450. Right, or I can say that D in one day, how many units of work will D do? 450 by 90 or 5 units of work. That is, if the total units of work I take it as 450, D in one day will finish 5 units of work. E in one day, how many units of work will he do? 9 units of work he will do. Now what is happening? D is working for 30 days. So how many units of work is D finishing in 30 days? D in 30 days will do 30 into 5, that is 150 units of work. Now how many units is remaining? How many units is remaining? Out of 450 units, 150 units has been finished by D. So remaining I have 300 units of work to be completed, which is completed by E. E in one day, how many units is he doing? 9 units. So in how many days will E finish the remaining 300 units? E will finish the remaining 300 units in 300 by 9 days. Correct? That is approximately, that is 33.33 days. Right? Now what is the question? What is the total wage D and E will get together? So D is working for 30 days. Correct? Now what is the wage of D in one day? In one day D is getting 150 rupees. So the wage of D for 30 days is nothing but 150 into 30. Now when you look at E, what is the wage of E per day? E is getting 300 rupees per day. For how many days has E worked? E has worked for 33.33 days. What I have to remember here is that they have said that if you are working on the day on which the work is completed, and even if you work for half day, you will get the full day's salary. So for how many days will E get salary? E will get salary for 34 days, because on the 34th day he has worked for 1/3 of the day, right? So he will get this full day salary also. So how much will E get? E will get 300 into 34. Add these two wages, that is what you want, right? That is 4,500 plus 34 into 3, that is 10200. 14700. That will be the total wages of both of them put together. 14700, right? Next one. Mr. E works for 2.5 days and has to leave due to some emergency. The remaining work is completed by Mr. A. Find the total amount that the contractor has to pay to A and E. So what's happening here? E is working for 2.5 days and he is leaving, the remaining work is done by A. So now for this question I am going to consider A and E. Again let's do the LCM method here. What is the LCM of 70 and 50? LCM of 70 and 50 is 350. So what can I say? E in one day, how many units of work will he do? In one day, he will do 350 divided by 50 or 7 units of work he will do. A in one day, how many units of work will he do? 350 by 70. See, you need not write all this, I am just writing it so that it's clear to you. Okay. So 5 units of work in a day A will do. Total units of work to be completed is 350 units. Okay. Now E is working for 2.5 days. So in 2.5 days, how many units of work will E complete? In 2.5 days, E will complete 7 into 2.5, that is 17.5 units of work E will complete. So how many units is remaining? Totally out of 350 units, E has completed 17.5 units. So remaining how many units are there? Remaining 332.5 units of work is there. Now this 332.5 units of work, in how many days will A complete? A in one day will do 5 units of work, or I can say A will complete the remaining 332.5 units in 66.5 days. Correct. Now what is the question? Find the total amount the contractor has to pay A and E. Again here what we have to keep in mind is that A is working on the completing day, and on the after the 66th day, on the 67th day A has worked only for half of the day, but A will get full day salary for the last day. So what will be the earning of A? 67 into 100. Now what will be the earning of E? Even though E worked for 2.5 days, this 0.5 days salary E will not get. Okay, that will not be counted. So E will work for how many days salary will E get? He will only get the 2 days salary, that is 2 into 300. So this is the answer that we are looking for. It is nothing but 7,300. Option 4. When you actually solve it, it is very, very easy to solve. Yes, everybody got the answer as 7,300. Good. Next. Now this question, if this first question that we solved, right, if you know that, then solving this is very easy. It's like a subsequent question to that. Now what are they saying in this question? The total wage received by the most efficient person from the given data is how much greater than the wage received by the least efficient worker when they work together to complete the work. See, we know the most efficient person is E and the least efficient person is C. Now in the first question, if you remember, we found out that if E and C are working together, they will finish the work in how many days? 35. Let me just go back to that question. See, we have already found out here, right, when E and C are working together, they will finish the work in 35 5 by 17 days. Correct, they will finish the work in 35 5 by 17 days. This is something that we have already found out. Now what is the question? So what is the difference between the wages received by both of them? What is the wage that E will get? See, 35 5 by 17 means E will get the wage for 36 days. Similarly, C will also get the wage for 36 days. Now how much does E get in a day? 300. C gets 75. So find out these two values and subtract the answers. That's what you are looking for. Correct, 36 into 300 is 10800, and 36 into 75. See, 75 is nothing but 300 by 4. 0.75 is 3 by 4. So 75 is 300 by 4. So just an easy way of solving. Okay, 2700. Find out this difference. What is the difference between these two? 10800 minus 2700. It is nothing but 8100. Option 4. 8100 is your answer. Next one. The next question is on equation. This time in the paper there were 4 to 5 questions on equations. Yes, what's the answer for this question? What is given here? 3x squared minus 13x minus 10, that is equal to 0. So I have I have to find out two numbers whose product is 30 and their sum is 13. See, 15 into 2 is 30 and 15 minus 2 is 13, correct? Now what will be the roots? 15 divided by 3, 2 by 3. And what will be the sign of the roots? See here, sign before bx is minus and sign before c is also minus. So in that case, the smaller root will be negative and the bigger root will be positive. You know, we have to use the sign table here. So that using that only I am writing. I hope all of you are aware of the sign table. So you have 5 and minus 2 by 3 as the value of x and y. Okay. Now next you have 2y squared plus 11y plus 12, that is equal to 0. So product of two numbers is 24 and their sum is 11. Obviously the numbers are going to be 8 and 3. So the roots that we are looking for is 8 divided by 2, that is the coefficient of the x squared term or the y squared term, right? 8 divided by 2 and 3 by 2. Here both are positive, that is the sign before bx is positive and the sign before c is also positive. So what will be the sign of the roots? Both the roots will be negative. So see the sign that I am writing, I keep telling this in all the sessions, you have to by heart the sign table. I am sure all those of you who are attending this session would know the sign table. If you don't know, please memorize it. Okay, depending on the sign that comes before bx and c, you can say the sign of the smaller root and the bigger root will be as follows. This is what the sign table says. Now, if you compare, what do you know? See, obviously x is greater than y. Minus 2 by 3, right? That is greater than minus 1.5 and minus 4. Similarly, 5 is greater than both of these. So what will be the answer? I can say x is greater than y. That is option 1. If x is greater than y. Ma'am, here why can't the roots be, I think he said 10 by 3 and minus 3 by 3, right? See, why can't I take 10 and minus 3 here, right? So Neeraj, whenever you have such confusions, what you can, one thing that you can try is, see, you know this, right? Any general quadratic equation can be written of this form, x squared minus sum of the roots, yes, sum of the roots plus products of the roots, right? Product of roots, that is equal to 0. This is the general form in which you would write any quadratic equation. Okay, whenever you have such confusions like why can't it be 10 by 3 and what did you say, 10 by 3 and minus 3 by 3. When you do this, the sum of the roots that you get here, right, is 7. Right, here what you have 13. So this cannot be the case. So whenever you have such doubts, just cross check like this. Then you will be able to find out which is the correct factors that we are looking for. If you have more than one case, see, if you put 10 by 3 and minus 3 by 3 here, this will be the general form of the equation. When you actually put it in this form, you will not get this equation at all. Only when you put 15 by 3 and minus 2 by 3, you will get this equation. So you can cross check it that way. Okay. Next, this question is on data sufficiency. Remember, whenever you have questions on data sufficiency, don't waste your time finding out the exact answers. You don't have to find out the exact answers here. You just have to compare and see, right? Like you just have to see if you are able to arrive at the answers with the given statements. If you feel you can arrive at the answers with the given statement, just leave it at that. Okay, don't waste your time doing the exact calculations. What is given here? What is the principal amount? So you have to find out the value of P. Now what does statement 1 say? Statement 1 says that the simple interest obtained on the principal after 2 years at 8% rate of interest is 450 less than the compound interest obtained on the same principal after 2 years at 8% per annum. Okay, so you have to find out what is P. The first statement gives us the difference between simple interest and compound interest for a period of 2 years. Here we know the difference between simple interest and compound interest for 2 years. It can be calculated using the formula PR squared by 100 squared, right? This is the difference. That is, for 2 years, the difference between simple interest and compound interest is given by the formula PR squared by 100 squared. Here, this difference, right, this is 450, this difference is given as 450. I know what is the value of R, they have already given that R is 8%, right. So from here definitely I can find out what is the R is 8%. So I can find out what is the value of P. So by using statement 1 alone, I can find what is the principal amount. Now look at the second statement. The sum becomes double in 10 years at 6% rate of simple interest. So what is happening? In 10 years, the interest that I receive is nothing but the principal itself. Then only the sum will double, correct? See, only when the interest becomes the same as the principal, right? In that case only the total amount that I get will be P plus P or 2P. So here I know what is N. N is given as 10 years, R is given as 6. But using this, can I find out what is P? I cannot, because this will get cancelled, no? How can I find out what is the value of P? I cannot find. So using the second statement, I cannot find out the principal amount. Even though when you suddenly read it, you feel you might be able to do it, just write it and see. P will get cancelled, you will not be able to calculate the value of P, right? Third statement, the compound interest obtained on the principal amount is rupees 4540 after 2 years at the rate of 8% compounded annually. So that is the principal into 1 plus R by 100, that is general compound interest formula, right, whole squared, minus 1. This is given as 4540. From this, if you solve it, you will get the value of P. So using statement 3 alone, you can definitely get the answer. So what is the answer here? Only 1 or 3. Either using only statement 1 or using only statement 3, I will be able to find out what is the principal amount. So my answer here is only 1 or 3. Next one. What is given here? The shopkeeper gained how much by selling his products in November 2016. So you have to find out his gain in November 2016. Now let us look at the first statement. What is said in the first statement? He earned 40% more profit in December as compared to October. So if I say his profit in October was O, he is earning how much in December? If I say the profit in October is O, in December he is earning 1.4 times O in December. That's all. This is what I know using the first statement, right? I know 1.4 times October, gain in October is nothing but the gain in December. This is what I know. Now using this, can I find out his profit in November 2016? I cannot. Next statement. In December 2016, he earned 10% more profit than November 2016. So again, using this statement, what can I say? If I say the profit earned in November 2016 is N, then I can say 1.1 N is equal to D. So using this also, I cannot say what is the value of N. Basically, I have to find out what is the profit in November 2016, or I have to find out what is the value of N. Now here, look at the third statement. What is given here? The profit earned in November and October put together is 55,000. This is the third statement. So using the third statement alone, I cannot say what is the value of N. But if I combine these three information that I have, what do I have? I have 1.40, right? 1.40, it is not 0, 1.40 is equal to 1.1 N, and I also have N plus O is equal to 55,000. So I have two equations and two unknown here. If I solve this, won't I be able to find out the value of N? Yes, I will be able to find out the value of N. So using these statements separately, I am not able to find out the value of N. That is the gain in November 2016. But if I combine all the three statements put together, I will definitely be able to find out the value of N. So what will be the answer here? Will it be option 5? It will be option 4. All of statement 1, 2 and 3. If I use all the three statements together I will be able to find the answer. Is it clear? Clear guys? Lot of you gave me the answer as option 5, that is all the 3 statements cannot give us the answer for the question. You can get the answer. You just have to combine all the 3 statements. You will have 2 equations and 2 unknowns. With that you will be able to find. Got it? So next is on data, another data interpretation set where you are given a line graph and a pie chart. So let's look at this question. So try the first question. This was again a very easy set. You just have to take the values from the graph and solve. I am sure all of you would have tried this set. You should have, because easy questions never skip. What is the total number of illiterate females in state C? So here the line graph represents, what does this represent? This represents the male and female in 5 different states. Okay, so and pie chart 1 shows percentage of illiterate males and this shows percentage of literate females. So in state C, okay, in state C how many females are there? There are totally 180 females. And how many literate females are there? 15% of them are literate. So how many female in state C are illiterate? Let's not write ill. How many female in state C are illiterate? 85% of the female in state C are illiterate, because 15% of them are literate. So what is the number that we are looking for? 180 into 85 by 100. Correct? That is nothing but how much is that? You will get it as 153. Correct? Yes, 153, that is option 2. See, a lot of you said none because I think you assumed this to be illiterate. No, that's not the case. Read it correctly. One is illiterate, one is literate. So the correct answer here is option 2, 153. Next one. Very easy set this is actually. This is the one part that you have to read properly, right? We might overlook and just assume that both are illiterate. No, one graph represents illiterate and another represents literate. Next question. The literate female in state B is what percentage more than illiterate males in state C? Literate female in state B. So I have to find out the literate female in state B. First of all, how many females are there in state B? There are 240 females in state B. Out of this, how many are literate? 25% or 1/4 of them are literate. So how many literate females are there in state B? 60 literate females are there in state B. Now, how many illiterate males are there in state C? First of all, how many males are there in state C? 180. Out of this 180 males in state C, how many of them are illiterate? 25% are illiterate. That is 1/4 of them are illiterate. That is 45 of them are illiterate. Now, this first value is how much percentage more than the second value. That is nothing but 60 minus 45 by 45 into 100. That's what we are looking for, right? That is 15 by 45. That is 1/3. Correct? You need not even write it. Just by looking at it, you will be able to say. So 1/3 into 100. That is 33.33%. Option 1. See, it's nothing but 15 by 45. No need to do all these steps. You know this is 60, this is 45. So this is difference is 15. So 15 by 45. What is that? 1/3. 33.33%. Option 1. Yes. Next one. So this is the only question that would have consumed time in this set. Okay, might be this question you could have either kept it towards the end or skipped it because it is it involves calculation. But all the other questions were fairly easy from this set. What is asked here? What is the total number of literate male? So total number of literate male means in each state you have to find out how many literate male members are there. So if you look at state A, right, you have 250. So in state A, how many literate people are there? 82% are literate. Because this is illiterate, I am just finding out the literate percentages here. Okay, this is 85, this will be 75, this will be 74, and this will be 84%. So this will be the percentage of literate male in each state. So what should I find out? I have to find out what is 250 into 82% of that plus 180 into, that is 85% of 180, and again another 180, 75% of that, that is 3/4 of that. Then we have D is again 150, 74% of that, yes, and we have E is 250 and 84% of that. You have to basically find out this answer. So what do you get the answer for this as? Options are also very close here, right? So you have to find the answer for this one. Might be such questions you can keep it towards the end. If time permits, solve it, otherwise skip it. But all the other questions in this set is very, very easy. Yes, 814, option 3. So when you solve it, you should get the answer as 814. Next one. The illiterate females in state A is what percentage more than in state D? So how many illiterate females are there in state A? In state A there are 200 females, out of which how many are illiterate? 15% is literate. So 85% of them are illiterate, correct? Now in state D, okay, how many illiterate females are there in state D? If you look at state D, 196 females are there, out of which how many are illiterate? 25% are literate. So how many are illiterate? 75% are illiterate, or 3/4 of them are illiterate, correct? So you have to find out these values. These are the values that they are asking. So here you have, what is this? So this is equal to 170 and 147, correct? So what is the difference between them? 170 minus 147, correct? So you have to find out what percentage more than. So you have to find out 170 minus 147 divided by 147 into 100. So this is the percentage that you are looking at. Yes, so when you solve this, you get the answer as 15.64%. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, you will have 23 here, 23 divided by 147 into 100. Next one. In each of these questions, one term is given in the given number series is wrong. Find out the wrong term. In questions in number series, when it comes to questions on number series, the difficult ones are wherein you have to find out the wrong number, especially when the wrong number is in the very beginning of the series. But luckily here the wrong number is not in the beginning, so you will be able to solve it. What is the answer here? Try it and tell me the answer. Always remember, in mains examination or any examination for that matter, whenever you have questions on number series, and if you are not able to crack a particular question, don't waste too much time in the question. Just move on to the next question, okay? Because number series is one topic wherein at times you will be able to get the logic, sometimes you will not be able to. So don't waste too much time on the same question. What's the wrong number here? The logic that is used here is this: 4 into 1 minus 0, that is equal to 4. 4 into 2 minus 1, that is equal to 7. 7 into 3 minus 2, that is equal to 19. So next will be into 4 minus 3. Next will be into 5 minus 4, correct? So 19 into 4 minus 3, that is 73. 73 into 5 minus 4 should be 361. So what is the wrong number here? 73. Yes, here it is 71, 73. Number series questions are, let us say it is just luck, many times when you look at the, see, one thing is you have to keep practicing, okay, keep practicing questions on number series, but when it comes to the examination, if you feel that you are not able to get the logic, just skip the question and move to the next one. 361 is the answer, huh? 71, no, which is the wrong number? 71. See, it should actually be 73. 73 is the correct answer and 71 is the wrong number. Next one. What approximate value should come in place of the question mark in the given questions? You are not expected to calculate the exact value. So, question on approximation. See, approximation questions are very easy. You just have to take the closest value, right? See, 19.96% means take it as 20%. Okay, take this as 20% and this as 480, this as 250, this let it be 12. So, what will you get? 20% is nothing but in terms of fractions is 1 by 5. So, 1/5 of 480, okay, divided by question mark, that is equal to 250% of 12, right. So, this is nothing but 5 by 2, 6, and 480 divided by 5, that is 96, or I can say 96 divided by some value is equal to 5 into 6. So, what is the value? The value is nothing but x or question mark is equal to 16 divided by 5, that is equal to 3 point something. You can approximate it as 3. Option 2. So, 3 is your answer. Next one. So, what do you have here? Again you can approximate here, right. See, you have 4 root of question mark is equal to 4041.137 plus 59. So, you can just take it as 4041 plus 59, correct, or you can approximate this value as 4100 and solve. Tell me what the answer will be. So, the question will be root 4100 divided by 100 plus 6.8, you can take it as 7, approximate it, or you have 48, root of question mark is equal to 48. So, what will come in the place of the question mark? See, what is 48 squared? 48 squared is 2304, correct. So, what will come here? Some value close to 2304, or you can, here looking at the options, it is 2300. So, the correct answer is option 4. Yeah, correct. 2304 or 2300 will be the closest value. See, what is 48 squared? 48 squared is nothing but 50 minus 2 the whole square, right, or that is nothing but 2500 plus 4 minus 200, that is 2304. Next, again how can you write this? You can write it as root of 2705 divided by 4 into 25 plus 26, that is equal to question mark, or are you saying it is 2300, ma'am? So, solve for this and tell me what the answer is. Yes, see, in this particular set there are two in this particular paper there are 2 roots, no, 2 questions where roots are found out in very similar way, right. See, what is 48 squared? 48 squared we found it as 50 minus 2 the whole squared, right, that is 50 squared plus 2 squared minus 200. So, we took it as 2304. Similarly, what is 52 squared? 52 squared is nothing but 50 plus 2 the whole square, that is 2500 plus 4 plus 200, right, that is nothing but 2704. So, here I have root of 2705 which is close to 2704. So, what will come here? This is 52. So, 52 by 4 into 25 plus 26, that is what we are trying to find out. So, what is 52 by 4? 13. Here it is 25.9, right, you can take it as actually 26 itself. Instead of taking it as 25, take it as 26, right. Why? Because you can take this 26 common, then inside you will have 13 plus 1, or the answer that you are looking for will be 26 into 14. Okay, so here see, I actually first approximated this as 25. No, it is 25.9. No, approximate it as 26. So you can take the 26 common. It will be easier for you to solve. So you will have 26 into 14, or that is equal to 364 is what you will get, approximately 365. Yeah, so the correct answer will be option 1. Got it? So with that, we are coming to the end of the questions chosen for the session. So in quantitative ability section in this paper, as I said, there were 3 sets on data interpretation. Okay, now out of those 3 sets, definitely at least 2 sets you should have tried in the paper. Then there were 5 questions on equations. The questions on equations were also fairly easy. You should have given it a try. Questions on number series were all on finding the wrong number in the given series. Like Neeraj was mentioning in between, a lot of us get stuck with questions on number series, especially when it is to find the wrong number. It's okay to skip such questions if you are not able to solve it in the examination, but do keep practicing questions on number series, because it is very, very important to practice. The more you practice, the more question types you come across, the chances are that similar questions will come in the examination and you will be able to crack the logic. Okay, and other than that, what else was there? There were 2 questions on allegations and mixtures, right? So that was also fairly easy. Then some questions on data sufficiency. So the questions on data sufficiency were also questions that you could have definitely got correct in the paper. Okay, so any doubts in any of the questions that we solved, or any question that we did not take up in the session that came in the last week's AIM? Any doubts? I hope, I want all of you who are selected at least to take up these All India mock examination. It is very, very important for your mains exam preparation. Others as well, please do take it up, okay? For all your future preparation, like any other exams that you are taking, it's going to be useful to you. So that is it from us for now. So all the very best with your preparations, and I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be discussing the reasoning ability section from the last week's All India mock examination paper. Okay, we'll be solving questions that were asked in the reasoning ability section. So I'll see you tomorrow, and this is Gayatri signing off. Till then, take care, good night, bye bye.